The orang Ichan, the unusual mermaids in Indonesia, what we would call sirens of the ancient Greeks. Stories about encounters with mermaids can be found in almost any country. In Indonesia, these creatures are called orang ikan, and there is a particularly interesting case of meeting them in 1943 in the area of the Kai Islands in the province of Maluku. The Kai Islands are known for their wonderful sandy beaches, and here you can make movies about life in paradise. But in 1943, there was, in the war, a Japanese company went to one of these islands. Almost immediately, the soldiers started talking about seeing strange creatures swimming in the water from the shore. They described that they have hands and faces like humans, but their mouth is like the mouth of a carp. They described these creatures as being only 6 feet tall. Their skin was pink and there were horns on their heads. At the same time, unlike classic mermaids, they had human legs and not a fishtail. These creatures usually lived in small lagoons or in waters near beaches. One night, one of the soldiers went swimming and saw a creature on the sand, which he initially thought was a child, but when he looked more closely, he saw that his features were not human. Soon after, the creature entered the water and disappeared. The soldier looked briefly into the water, but the creature did not surface. When the soldiers met the local people and asked them about these sea creatures, they say that these creatures are called orang ikan. Orang means human, but ikan means fish. According to local fishermen, sometimes they even fall into their nets, and the Japanese have asked them to notify them if this happens again. One night they called Sergeant Taro Horiba to the village. When he arrived, he was told that a dead orang ikan had been found on the shore and that it had been taken to a village hut. Taro Horiba went to inspect the body. He described the creature as 160 centimeters tall with red-brown hair. There were sharp thorns, and the face was very ugly and looked more like a monkey's face with a small nose, a broad, low forehead, and small ears. His mouth was like that of a fish, and the teeth in the mouth were very small but sharp as needles. The creature's fingers were webbed, and the rest of the body was covered with what looked like seaweed. Sergeant Horiba could not tell what kind of creature it was. He had never heard of such creatures, and the sight of this creature terrified him. Unfortunately, Horiba took no picture of the creature, and when he returned to Japan, no one believed his story. And then they ridiculed him all the time, considering him as a classical liar. Another suspicious fact that shows that these creatures do exist, apart from the fact that there are references from antiquity, is the fact that they disappear. A video about the subject, and they usually do it in disturbing truths by the well-known independent country members, saying the well-known labeled that they're well-known conspiracy theories. But obviously, legend says that they exist, and some people of that area claim that they exist. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.